In the previous video, I went over land scrubbing, and in this video, I will go over skip tracing. So skip tracing is a new feature we've added, and we added it because we didn't see any services that really offered you quality skip trace records at a low price. You might see some areas where it's high quality records, but it might be 11 cents to skip trace it. We're offering this to you at a flat rate of 6 cents per record. It doesn't matter if you skip trace one record or 5,000 records, you're going to get the same price, 6 cents per record. So let's jump into it and skip trace a record. We can use the same data set that I previously used. So this is the scrubbed clean version of the zip code that I just scrubbed using the land scrubbing feature. So let's go ahead and skip trace it and find the phone numbers and emails associated with the records in that zip code. So we'll click start a new skip and we'll drag the clean version in here. Click next. And it's automatically going to identify your columns. So under first name, last name, I would change this to first name, mailing street address, mailing city, looks good, mailing state, and mailing zip. So make sure that these are all correct. This goes for both data tree and land vision data. Make sure these columns line up. You need owner first name, last name, and it needs to be the same as what's identified here. If it is not the same, then there's a chance you might get a bad skip trace. So these are all correct. It's going to show us a preview. There's our first name, last name. A blank and first name's normal. As long as we have a last name in there, it's going to skip trace it. Mailing address looks good. Mailing city looks good. Mailing state looks good. And mailing zip looks good. So we'll click next. Scrubbing duplicates is free. You can choose whether or not to do it. Skip tracing is 6 cents per row. And then there's an additional charge for scrubbing litigators. We recommend you scrub this in case you cold call or RVM a litigator or do not call this person. As you know, that is a big no-no. So you can go ahead and add a 1 cent charge to scrub out those DNC and litigators. But if you don't, you can just click this. So in this situation, I don't want to, but I do recommend you use it. So the cost is $12.60. You go ahead and start skipping. And you can see the live feed from our skip trace. As you can see, it's very fast. So we already have 44 hits, 2 misses. Okay, so it looks like our hit rate was 96%. That's really good. Now we can go ahead and download our results. As you can see, skip cost was $12.12. We paid based on the amount that we hit. So we had 203 hits times 6 cents. That is $12.18. It's like there was just a computing error. I believe there was 204 hits, and that's why we got the $12.12 instead of $12.18. So we actually undercharged you. So it's a win for you. Okay, so we'll click download results, and you can open it. And you'll see, this is the data set we entered in. You see the landlocked previous data. And then as we go down, you will start to see the skip trace data. So this is where the skip trace data begins at matched first name. And all the phone numbers will go on. So we always recommend if you're texting or cold calling, you use phone 1, 2, and 3. Anything more than that, it's kind of useless. Phone 1 is going to be the best phone number, the most likely that it's that owner. But if that one's not the right one, you can use phone 2. And as you go down, you'll start to see the emails. So email 1 and 2 are going to be the best emails. Everything after that, it's not going to be very correct. And then we have all the other data that really isn't that useful, but you can use it if you want. relative phone numbers, relative emails. The list just keeps going on and on and on. But phone 1, 2, and 3, and email 1 and 2 are going to be the best ones. I recommend you use those for both texting, emailing, cold calling, RVM. So now you've got a lot of list cleanup to do. Remove the stuff you don't need, keep the stuff you do need, and then build out your marketing campaigns for both mail and texting, cold calling, RVM, whatever you want to do. So I'll leave the Excel filtering up to you. All right, thank you.